So I done had this topic on my chest, bro, of how impossible literally isn't real. Like, I read this book, bro, Think and Grow Rich. If you haven't read this book, they was not lying. This shit really will change your fucking life. But whole point is like, bro, this shit changed my whole perspective, bro, because the book said this. It said the most successful people in life don't believe in the impossible. So the most successful people that ever existed didn't believe that something was impossible. They didn't let any outside narratives shift their focus on thinking that the dreams they wanted to accomplish were impossible. So it's like, what the shit taught me was like, bro, that's so true because nothing is impossible. Like, if you really think about it, think of all the most successful people in the world. Think of the person that made the first car. Think of the person that made the first cell phone. Think of the person that made the first television. Think of the person that made the first iPhone. Think of the person that made the first game system. Just for example, like, just think of the most outrageous thing that you can barely even comprehend that exists to this day. Bro, those were all ideas that the same creators for it got called crazy for it. The people in their life was telling them that the shit was impossible to accomplish and impossible to create, but they just kept going anyway. They kept pushing against the grain and kept pushing against the barrier of belief and the barrier of their mindset and other people's mindsets. And they kept pushing towards the goal of creation, of creating that same dream that they had in their brain. And that's how I knew. I'm like, bro, impossible truly isn't real, because when you think about it, every single thing that's a significant creation in the world started off being impossible. Nobody could fathom. Back in the 1950s, you can't tell me somebody could fathom their minds of a fucking AI virtual reality game existing to this day. But guess what? This shit fucking exists, bro. So it's like, it's the same thing with anything in your life, bro. If you truly want to bring some shit to fruition, you have the power to do that, because life is magical. They literally programmed us with the word. I just want to throw that shit away. Just from this day forward, we're throwing away the fucking word impossible. We're throwing that shit out. The shit is gone. Impossible is not even a word that should exist, because nothing is truly impossible unless you think it's impossible. Because our brains, our existence, our minds are so fucking magnetic to this reality that even if you think something is impossible, our minds are so magnetic and so fucking powerful and magical that even if you have never actually seen something in existence, you can bring it to existence just by having the vision inside of your mind. Because you have to realize, our minds literally emit frequencies. Our minds literally emit certain vibrations out into the world. And you have to realize, material matter is just a vibration. So it's like, bro, your whole body is vibrating, but you just can't see it because it's vibrating at a vibratory rate that is incomprehensible by the human eye. The human eye can't pick up how fast reality is vibrating for you. But every solid material in this world, the same bed behind me, is vibrating right now. I just can't pick it up with these two physical eyes. But the whole point is like, bro, so that literally means that every single thing can be brought into existence, because your mind literally sends out vibrations. It's magnetic. It brings in everything into reality. So everything that you see in your reality was pulled in by your magnetic field from your mind and from your energy. So think about it like this, bro. How can something be impossible to bring into creation or bring into reality when everything is just vibration? So if you simply can fathom that vibration of that thing being in physical existence through the thoughts and the vibrations that your thoughts create from your mind, then it's like, can't you bring these same vibrations from your thought into reality? So it's like, literally, like, for example, if I picture a fucking PS8 in my head right now, I'm picturing it right now, a PS8. It doesn't even exist yet. Mind you, it doesn't exist yet. So people might say it's impossible to create because they have never actually seen it. Impossible, the word impossible simply is just a word for something that the human mind has not produced yet. But that does not mean that it's still not able to be produced. You see what I'm saying? So it's like, bro, when you really think about this shit, nothing is truly impossible because everything is vibrations. Everything is energetic. At a certain point in time, I was impossible. I was not, like, somebody could have easily said that Indigo Reef 9 was impossible to be brought into existence, or the person that I am could be impossible to exist in the world. But guess what? I exist right now. And that's another thing as well, getting into that. Every single day, a new opportunity is born. Because when you think about it, every single day, a new person is born. A new person with a new set of ideas, a new energetic signature that they can use their gifts and abilities that they were gifted with from God to bring a certain creation or bring a certain movement into the world. So it's like, just because the shit doesn't exist today, or just because the shit is perceived as impossible today, doesn't mean that it can't be possible tomorrow. You feel me? Every single day has an opportunity that's being born into it. Just by you even being born, you were an opportunity. You were an opportunity to break generational curses. You were an opportunity to heal your whole bloodline. You were an opportunity to become the first rich person in your family, or the first person to graduate college in your family. Just by you being born, you were an opportunity. And there are new opportunities being born into this reality every single day. There's new ideas being born into this reality every single day. It's all a reflection. It's all a mirror. The same way as new people being born every single day is the same way that is new opportunities and new ideas and new creations being born into the reality every single day as well. So it's like, truly, bro, nothing is impossible. I made this video simply to remind you that any dream that you are chasing in your life right now is not impossible. Do not let anybody get into your head, because your head is the most powerful thing that you have in existence right now. Your imagination is the most powerful thing you have in existence right now. Don't let nobody take that shit away from you, bro. Nobody, bro. I don't care what your parents are telling you. I don't care what your grandpa's telling you. I don't care what your grandmother's telling you. Don't let anybody take away this spark, because once you lose this spark, you lose everything. You lose the paintbrush for your life. You use the paintbrush for your canvas of your artistic painting that you are creating, that you are creating every single day, that you call your life. Your life is a painting. And once you lose this imagination, which brings everything into existence, is when you lose the paintbrush to your painting, and now it's on autopilot and everybody else is creating the painting for you. So the whole point of me making this video, bro, is to remind you that impossible is not real. Don't let anybody get in your fucking head, because you gotta think, it was the same people who created the most unfathomable creations in its existence that exist to this day that are still kind of unfathomable. They went through it as well. It was people around them telling them that the shit was impossible to do. They couldn't do it because the people around them was projecting onto them, because they didn't have the same vision in their head. So if you have a vision in your head, trust that you can bring it into reality, and it will happen, bro. It has no choice, because everything is energy. Everything is vibration. Even bro, this piece of cloth right now is a vibration. It's an energetic figure that you cannot see with these two eyes. So it's like, any material thing that you want to bring into your existence, or even if it's not a material thing, just a dream that you have, a goal that you have. If you want to make $1 million, that's a material thing. You can bring that into your existence if you simply just come up with a plan on how to create that thing and how to bring that thing into your reality. And the way you come up with that plan to bring $1 million into your reality is find something that you truly, genuinely love. Because the same thing that you truly, genuinely love is probably the purpose and the gift that God gave you to use to create in his universe. And the gift that God gave you is totally unique to you. So you have to realize, something that you create and bring into this existence will not be the same as anything else that was ever created in existence, because it comes from your own energetic signature that God gave you. So you have to truly just trust your gifts and trust your abilities and trust your vision, bro. Trust your vision, because the same vision that you might think is so crazy and so just out of this world that you just think is impossible is the same visions that the most creators and the biggest creators in this world that ever existed, that created the most innovative inventions, also thought as well. They thought it was impossible at a point in time because they didn't actually bring it into reality yet. But Always remember that everything is energy. Everything is vibration. So you can bring anything into this materialization that you want through your energy. You have to just fully just have that burning desire and have that thought that you just fully focused on that just motivates you every single day. You have to have that burning desire to really want to bring it into creation, and it will happen, because you got to realize your thoughts are things. Your thoughts are material things, bro. They're energetic, but they're also material. So it's like, just by you even having a thought, as you keep compiling on these thoughts every single day, you keep thinking about this thing that you want to bring into reality, it's manifest because you created a whole being. So think of it. You notice how they say they call a business when you file for LLC, they call it a business entity. Why is that? Because it's a thing, it's an existence, it's a being that was brought into reality from somebody's thought. It's an extension of a human being, but it's still an energetic presence. Think of it like a baby, like a born baby. An idea that you bring into reality is simply just like a baby. Just how you bring a baby into existence, the same way you can bring a business entity into existence. And a business can be anything. A business simply is just a creation that you created to provide a service for other people or provide a product for other people, and they buy into it because the product helps their lives. You feel me? The same way as a business like Michael Jordan, like fucking Jordan shoes. Like, that's a creation, that's a business entity, a living thing that came from somebody's creation. That's their baby. So your visions, your creations are your baby that you can bring into existence. You have to keep nurturing this baby every single day through your mind. So you have to keep focusing on this baby. As you keep giving this baby energy, it becomes a bigger baby, and it grows and grows and grows. Eventually it becomes a teen, and eventually becomes a full-blown adult where the whole world can see it, and the whole world can actually finally fathom its impossibleness that was impossible at first. You feel me? The whole world can finally see it with its two eyes. So now it becomes possible, and now the impossible that was impossible at first is now possible, because you bring it into existence through your thoughts, through your mind. It's just that simple. So never let nobody tell you that something is impossible. Never limit your mind to things being impossible. Set the most unachievable, impossible goals that you can possibly think of, bro. Because that's what will truly bring you success and abundance in this lifetime, is the impossible things that you set your mind to actually accomplish. The most successful, abundant people in this world, think of Elon Musk. He created Tesla. He created the first electric vehicles. At one point in time, this shit was impossible, and everybody was calling him crazy until he brought it into reality. And he's one of the richest people in the world. It can be the same thing for you. You just have to simply have this relentless mindset to know that everything is possible for you, as long as you keep your thoughts focused on it to bring it into material existence. That's all I had to say, though, bro. Indigo Reef 9 signing out.